There's a moment when a friend lends you his new bike for a test ride when you think, what if I hate it? How can I tell him it stinks? Well, it didn't take riding the Himalayan long before I decided this wasn't going to be a problem. It's a charming, surprisingly smooth, peppy beast that I soon discovered is fun to ride. Although, at 452 cc's, the engine capacity of this bike firmly puts it in the smaller displacement category. Make no mistake, this isn't a small motorcycle. In fact, when I first saw it and sat on it, I was surprised by just how large it is. It's a full-sized motorcycle that comfortably fits my 6'2", 215-pound body. The riding position is roomy. There's plenty of legroom, and the handlebars fall naturally to hand. But it's no lightweight. If you're thinking about buying this bike because it'll be easier to haul around the garage, you'd best look elsewhere. Okay, you're probably thinking that the windscreen is a bit peculiar, and I'd agree. The owner has only put it on as a temporary thing until the taller factory windscreen, which is on order, arrives. The original's a slip of a thing, the main function of which seems to be to give the Speedo some protection from the elements. I must admit, I was pleasantly surprised by the performance of the engine. It's punchy, even at relatively low revs, amazingly smooth for a single, and has a very enjoyable power surge once you hit about 5,000 revs. It's engaging and fun. I didn't take the bike on the highway, but my friend assures me that it is smooth and comfortable at 120 kph, turning about 6,000 revs, with plenty of power in hand. Obviously it's not a road rocket, but the power is, as Rolls-Royce used to say, adequate. The gearbox and clutch are far more than adequate. I've ridden a lot of motorcycles and none of them have even come close to the buttery smooth gearbox and incredibly light clutch of the Himalayan. I was, frankly, amazed at how light and precisely they work together. I didn't pay much attention to the brakes. They worked smoothly when I needed them and had plenty of stopping power to bring the bike to a standstill. As for the handling, the Himalayan felt neutral and well balanced. Some of the corners on this road can catch you out if you're not paying attention, as they tighten unexpectedly. But the Himalayan coped smoothly, its suspension ironing out all but the roughest irregularities in the pavement. I'll admit, I have a tendency to develop an immediate affection for almost every bike I ride, but my delight in the Himalayan goes well beyond this. It feels solid, well balanced, well made, and that chirpy engine is cheerful and entertaining. I didn't take my friend's bike off the paved road as, well, it's my friend's bike, but I've no doubt it will function very well, as others have demonstrated on multiple videos. The reality is that probably 90% of these bikes that are sold will never be taken into difficult or taxing terrain, and most will spend their lives plonking along weekend country lanes. But it's comforting to know that, with its quality Showa suspension and robust bash plate, it's entirely capable of handling most conditions, if it's required to. So I guess the question remains, would I buy one? These middleweight bikes have suddenly become quite popular. They don't have the all-out performance of larger machines, but they don't have the all-out bulk of them either. But as I mentioned, at 439 pounds, the Himalayan is no lightweight, even though it's about 100 pounds lighter than any of the Guzis in my garage. If I was starting to find dealing with that extra weight problematic, I doubt if I'd look towards the Himalayan. However, if I was looking for a do-it-all utility motorcycle that can handle unpaved back roads and tracks and cope well with most road conditions, I might be tempted. My various motorcycle books are available through Amazon and Audible in paperback, digital and audiobook formats, narrated by me, not some annoying machine. Thanks for watching.